Hey, this is Scott, and today we're going to watch some people running. I'm here at the Ryoma Marathon in Kochi to test out a lens, and probably not the lens you think about. Usually when you think of a race or any kind of running or action like that, you would think of a 70-200 or a 24-70, but today we're going to test out the 85mm f1.2L Mark II. When I was researching this lens, everybody says it's so slow, it's so slow, it's so slow. And that's true, but I find it's most slow when you're racking focus from one extreme to the other. But in between there, it's actually surprisingly usable. So I wanted to see just how usable it is and how well it holds up in a number of situations. So today we're going to start off a little bit slow by pushing it at a marathon, which is not the fastest action. But if it works, then we'll try and see how it works in some other situations. So we're going to start off at f2.8, which is what a 70-200 or a 24-70 would shoot at, and move it from there and see how far we can push it. I'm shooting on a 5D Mark IV, and I have it in a single point autofocus because I feel like I can track this action pretty well, and I want to leave the margin of error due to the focusing system up to a minimum as much as possible. So let's get shooting. So I'm finding that at f2.8 there's absolutely no issue with tracking subjects even moving straight at me. If that's not true when I check it on the computer, I'll interrupt here. Okay, cool. So let's try out f2 and see how that goes. F2, there's obviously a shallower depth of field, which makes it more challenging, but I'm still getting a really high and very acceptable number of shots in focus. So if there's any differences that I notice on the computer, I will cut in right now. But otherwise, let's try and push it a little further. I'll go to f1.8, 1.6, 1.4, and even 1.2, and just see how it holds up in those situations. So the sun was a little bit too bright to shoot much past f2, so I decided to move over towards the tunnel where it was a little bit darker, but I forgot to turn my camera off. Then when I thought it was turning it on, turned it off, and it didn't get any of that footage. And then the race finished, so I couldn't re-record it. But I'll show you the pictures I was able to get. So pretty much as I expected, more and more as you open up past f2, it gets more and more difficult to get those in-focus shots, but that's not really a fault of the speed of the autofocus. It's just, you're shooting moving objects at a really, really shallow depth of field. So I don't think anybody's expecting that to work out as well, but still, if you shoot and shoot, you're not going to get 0 usable shots. You can still manage something. So even at f2, you're going to get a good amount of in-focus shots, and that's pretty good, I think. So overall, the 85 1.2 actually held up pretty well in this situation, so I definitely want to try and push it further into a little bit more of a high-speed action type of situation. So if you want to see that video, as well as other updates in the future, don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button if you like this video, and as always, thank you for watching.
Hey, Elisa, look at Elisa. Elisa's here.
Aisha.
Can you see Elisa?
一個，還是一個，第二個，你姑娘，Alicia，
Hi, Alicia. Can you see? You can't see.